Good afternoon students. So today's topic of video demonstration is the external features of heart and the right atrium of heart. So let us study about the external features of the heart. The heart is a conical hollow muscular organ. It is situated in the middle mediastinum, as we have did earlier that the mediastinum is divided into superior and inferior parts, and the heart is situated in the middle mediastinum of the inferior part of the mediastinum, and it is enclosed in the pericardium. And we all know heart pumps blood to various parts of our body. So now let us do the position of the heart. The heart is located obliquely. The heart is located obliquely behind the sternum. Behind the sternum, as you can see, the heart is located obliquely behind the sternum and the adjoining part of costal cartilages. It is located behind sternum and adjoining part of costal cartilages. One third of the heart, one third of the heart is situated to the right of the sternum, and 2/3 of the left part of the heart is situated to the left of the sternum. So as we all know, heart has 4 chambers. 2 are the auricles and 2 are the ventricles. Now the heart has right atrium and left atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle. So this is your right atrium. This part is your right atrium and this part is your right ventricle. This is the part of your left ventricle, and posteriorly lies your left atrium. Here lies your left atrium, where my fingers are pointing. There lies your left atrium. So the 2 atria, right atrium and left atrium, they are separated by interatrial groove, and the 2 ventricles are separated by the interventricular groove. You can see here lies your this is your interventricular groove. The interventricular groove is divided into the anterior part and posterior part. Okay. And the atria and ventricles are separated from each other from atrioventricular groove, or it is also known as coronary sulcus. Now let us do it on the specimen of heart. So this is the apex of the heart. The apex of the heart, as you can see, it is formed entirely by the left ventricle. It is directed downwards, forwards and to the left. It is directed downwards, forwards and to the left. It is overlapped by the anterior border of the left lung. So you all have seen that here was lying your left lung. The anterior border of the left lung was lying somewhat here. So the apex of the heart is overlapped by the anterior border of the left lung. And what is the position of the apex of the heart? It is situated in the left 5th intercostal space, 9 centimeter lateral to the mid-sternal line. 9 centimeter. If the sternum is placed here and I draw a mid-sternal line, okay, so the apex is lying 9 centimeter lateral to the mid-sternal line and just medial to the mid-clavicular line. Just medial to the mid-clavicular line. So in the living persons, pulsations of the heart are felt at the apex of the heart. In living subjects, the pulsations of the heart can be felt at the apex of the heart. And in children below 2 years, the apex is situated in the left 4th intercostal space in the mid-clavicular line. I repeat, in young subjects or adult subjects, the apex of heart lies in left 5th intercostal space, and in children below 2 years, the apex of heart lies in left 4th intercostal space. Now let us come up to the base of the heart. So here, this is the base of the heart. Here it is the base of the heart, and it is also known as posterior surface of the heart. The base of the heart, it is formed entirely by the left atrium, and a small part of the base, it is formed by the right atrium. You can see the base here. You can see the base receives the 4 pulmonary veins. The base receives the 4 pulmonary veins. Okay. Base means the left atrium receives the 4 pulmonary veins, and the base of the heart, it is related to the thoracic 5 to thoracic 8 vertebra in lying posture. In lying posture, the base is related to thoracic 5 to thoracic 8 vertebra, and in erect posture, the vertebrae level descends by one level down. It means the base in erect posture is related to thoracic 6th to thoracic 9th vertebra. Now let us come to the grooves or sulci of the heart. So the atria and the ventricle, they are separated from each other by a atrioventricular groove. Here you can see this is your atrioventricular groove. So the atrioventricular groove, it is divided into anterior and posterior parts. Atrioventricular groove is divided into anterior and posterior part. The anterior part is further divided into right part and left part. The right part is oblique. And it lies between the right auricle and the right ventricle of the heart. It lies between the right auricle and the right ventricle of the heart, and it lodges the right coronary artery. The right coronary artery lies in the right atrioventricular groove. Okay, so the left part, this is the left part of the anterior atrioventricular groove. It is small and it lies between the left auricle and the left ventricle. It lies between the left auricle and the left ventricle. It lodges the circumflex branch of left coronary. Now the coronary sulcus, the atrioventricular groove is also known as coronary sulcus. The coronary sulcus is overlapped anteriorly by the this ascending aorta and the pulmonary trunk. It is overlapped anteriorly by the ascending aorta and the pulmonary trunk. Okay. So now let us come to the posterior part of the atrioventricular groove. This is the posterior part of the atrioventricular groove. This is your left atrium, and this is your left ventricle, and this is your right ventricle. So this is the posterior part of the atrioventricular groove. Okay. Now the groove between two atria, this is your right atrium and this is your left atrium. The groove between two atria, it is known as interatrial groove. And the interatrial groove is faintly visible posteriorly. You can see it is faintly visible posteriorly, but it is not visible anteriorly, as the anterior part of the interatrial groove, it is hidden by the aorta and pulmonary trunk. Now you can see the anterior part of the anterior interventricular groove. Sorry beta, I am repeating. So let us start again. This is your right ventricle and this is your left ventricle, and the groove separating both of them, it is called interventricular groove. This is interventricular groove. ठीक है? The interventricular groove, it is divided into anterior part and this will be your posterior part. So the anterior interventricular groove, it is nearer to your left margin. You can see it is nearer to your left margin of the heart. It runs downwards and it also runs to the left. It runs downwards and it also runs to the left. And it separates the lower end. It separates the apex from rest of the, you can see, it is separating the apex from rest of the inferior border of the heart. Okay. Now let us come to the posterior interventricular groove. This is your posterior interventricular groove and it is located on the diaphragmatic surface. It is located on the this is your diaphragmatic surface, as this surface rests on the diaphragm. As this, imagine this is your diaphragm. Okay, so it rests on the diaphragm. So this is your diaphragmatic surface. The posterior interventricular groove, it lies more nearer to the right margin. It lies more nearer to the right margin of the heart. the two interventricular grooves are continuous with each other around the inferior border of the heart. They are continuous. The borders of the heart. The borders of the heart, we have four borders: upper border, right border, inferior border, and the left border. Upper border, right border, inferior border, and the left border. The upper border of the heart, it is slightly oblique. It is slightly oblique. It is formed by two atria. It is formed by two atria, chiefly by the left atrium and small part by the right atrium. You can see the upper border, it is formed chiefly by the left atrium and the small part by the right atrium. Now the right border, this is your right border, right atrium. This is your right atrium. It is formed entirely by the right atrium and it extends from, this is your superior vena cava and this is your inferior vena cava. This opening is your inferior vena cava, this opening is your superior vena cava. So this right border, it extends from superior vena cava to inferior vena cava. Now comes your inferior border. Inferior border, it is nearly horizontal and it is formed mainly by the right ventricle. You can see the major part of the inferior border, it is formed by the right ventricle. A small part of it near the apex, it is formed by the left ventricle. A small part of it near the apex, it is formed by the left ventricle. And what is the extension of the inferior border? It extends from the inferior vena cava to the apex of the heart. It extends from the inferior vena cava to the apex of the heart. Now let us come to the left border. The left border is oblique. You can see here that the left border is oblique and it is curved and it is little curved. It is formed mainly by the left ventricle. It is formed mainly by the left ventricle and partly by the left auricle. Here you can see it is formed mainly by the left ventricle and partly by the left auricle. So the left border, it separates the anterior and left surfaces of the heart. It separates the anterior and left surface of the heart and the left border extends from the apex to left auricle. Now let us cover the surfaces of the heart. Let us come to the surfaces of the heart. This is your anterior surface or it is known as sternocostal surface. This is your inferior or diaphragmatic surface. This is your posterior or base of the heart and this is your left surface. Anterior sternocostal surface, left surface, this is your diaphragmatic surface, this is your posterior surface. Now the anterior surface, it is formed mainly by the right atrium and right ventricle. It is formed mainly by the right atrium and right ventricle and partly by the left ventricle and left auricle. So there are four parts which are forming the anterior surface: right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle and left auricle. The left atrium, it is not seen. You can see the left atrium is lying posteriorly and it is not seen on the anterior surface. It is covered by the aorta and the pulmonary trunk, as it is covered by the aorta and the pulmonary trunk. So now this is your inferior or diaphragmatic surface. It lies on the central tendon of the diaphragm. It is formed mainly by the, it is formed in its left 2/3 by the left ventricle and right 1/3 by the right ventricle, and they both are separated from each other by posterior interventricular groove. Now the posterior interventricular groove, it is directed downwards and little backwards. It is directed downwards and little backwards. Now this is your left surface. This is your left surface. It is formed mainly by the left ventricle. You can appreciate it. It is formed by the left ventricle and at the upper end it is formed by the left auricle. In the upper part it is crossed by the coronary sulcus.